Alright everyone, welcome back to episode 2, continuing where we left off in Truffleton here, and the, what's our kingdom called again? Our nation is called Clan Hawkins. Fantastic choice. We have the 10 warriors that were from that event. That's all we got going on right now. We started scouting this area, it's decent. We basically need to find ourselves a good coal tile. Let's go and check out one tile to the east here. We'll do a bit of scouting. I will definitely be cutting all the nonsense out for you guys and letting you avoid the harassing load screens. So we'll see who we go from there.
Before we get started, if you're enjoying the series, please hit that like button, it helps me out, and if you haven't already joined the clan, hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more great content.
Right, so this is one tile to the east. We just actually finished the defense against those 10 warriors. We'll just skip that out. There's a tiny little limestone product here, and these sheep are just the marauding horde, so that's a dud of a tile. Alright, we had an event, 15 agricultural goods in the capital. That's awesome. What did we get? Potatoes. I like that. We got enough stockpile lists for both, 100 and 100, good. And we're doing okay. Alright, one of the changes with the recent patch is that you no longer have state-owned products before you switch out of, what's it called, gift economy. So we have to go to barter before we get anything happen there. Let's check out the population. Do we have surplus now? Yeah, 3 inactives. I'd really like to get that water in the ground tech. That would be nice. Stacking stones requires inactives. We have need of hammers for that. We're making 2. Let's go ahead and scout south of us here, and hopefully by the time we're done that, we'll have the 10 hammers we need to start stacking stones tech. Alright, so this is an interesting tile. This is one south. It's got a big lake, and it's obviously got this beach line here. But if we can get out of the glare, that's really annoying. The glare of the light is basically always glaring at this point on the map, no matter where you move it. So we get a big chunk of limestone for late game. That's good. But we got a fish deposit down here. That's one of them. And then as we progress along the bottom, some open terrain, some 3, decent amount of 3 in close to the water here. We got this, about the smallest, most useless, tiny iron deposit ever. And then a bunch more terrain, and some of this is 2 quality, so it's not great, but there's a few tufts of 3s and some... Oh, hello. More asylum seekers in Truffleton. Well, go ahead. Bring them on. All are welcome. There's some good 3s in here, so we could have some cropland going here, or some animal production in the area. And what else they got? Well, they got these, it looks weird, I don't know why that sheep is like running off on his own. He's gonna get eaten. There is some sheep here, and there's some sheep here. Now, this is a herd of 5, but I think that herd, including that little guy running up there, is what we're seeing. And there's, if I'm not mistaken, one of these, probably this one, is the real McCoy. Where is it? Maybe it's the other one. I'm sure it's down here though somewhere. There we go. Yeah, mud, meat, leather, sheep. So this is actually a gather point for animals. So we got fish on the coast. We've got a fish down here. We've got a fish down here, and we've got a fish up here. I don't know that this one is probably out in the deep water. They're quite hard to pinpoint. Sometimes you gotta just kind of... Oh, yeah, these way out there. So that's not accessible early on, but this one will be. He's got to be somewhere pretty close. Hard to see, but he's in there, and this guy is probably accessible as well. So we have 2 or 3 out of a total 4 fish spots here. Let's write this in. Fish, I would say 3 of 4 fish are available there, which is awesome. Plus we have sheep, which is also great. We have a tiny iron. I would call that tiny because you can't even fit a 2x2 square on it. We have a large limestone. What else did we have in here? some trees. I mean, it's semi-forested, but a big lake. Nordic lands with some good fertility. Like, this is some decent. So I think it's something that we can consider, primarily because of its massive food supply. Having 3 or 4 fish spots by the Copper Age would be really useful for us. So that's a great little tile. Alright, there's the return of the next set of warriors to try to chase people into our town, which I'm okay with. Alright, so the defense was successful. They managed to take nothing, and they all died. That's excellent. Where's our military here? We have the 30 in the Shield of Truffleton. How are you guys doing from making us more javelins? You're making 0.8. If we could get a couple stacks of 15 on our javelins guarding, I'd be happy with that. Stuff is being stored. That's good. We got. Let's shuffle these guys around. You're in the wrong spot. You look a little strange being out there on the corner. Let's move you in. Right there. Excellent. So, let's see. What's this? Sheep. Sheep outdoors, or out in the wild near us. We're not going to go hunting just yet. Probably need to put in a few more houses. Oh no, we needed that tech, right? Stonework. Stacking stones. It needs 10 hammers, and it's going to use inactives. We have 6 inactives, so we can put 5 of them to work here on the research. That's excellent. Population's booming from all these groups of people showing up saying, hey, we need some attention. We do have a serious health problems because we don't have well digging yet. I think I might have broken it. I don't know. I haven't had well digging not show up early on, so we'll let things roll a little bit longer, but not much. Soon I'm going to have to break down and just say, give them the water collectors, and we'll see about getting well digging later. Alright, so loading up this one, and we got a new idea. This is mine, property. Well, it's not well digging, but it's a nice one. We could get that working right away, I think. Get our 6 farmers to work on that. It's going to take about 9+ minutes. We'll let that go here, but look at this beauty, huh? This is one south, one west of us, doing some more exploring. This is a good size deposit. There's one there. You could probably put one in maybe up there. 2, 3. I would say this is probably large from my perspective. A large copper deposit. It also has a bunch of deer running around in it, but it also has these sheep, which is actually a sheep tile somewhere in here. Meat mud sheep thing. Where is it? Come on. You know you're here. I know you're here somewhere. I know it's there. Anyways, this is a legitimate sheep tile. Come on. Show me your whereabouts. Whatever. Doesn't matter. There's 33 deer on tile, but that's... doesn't matter to the tile itself. I don't see any apple trees around. I want to find some. It's a thick forested tile, though. That's great. Let's make another note here to make sure we know that it is a forest tile. Large copper. We have sheep. What else do we have? Well, we have this tiny... Again, another tiny, I would say this is probably small, because there is one 2x2 here, so let's call that a small iron. We have large copper and a small iron deposit. That sounds like a very usable place. There's a decent amount of arid land here anyways. I don't think Nordic has any resources that are usable for industrial purposes, so I guess it's just whatever we could grow in the area. And our sheep production that would have to take care of the place. But it's a decent spot. There's some really good resources here. This is a fantastic spot for a citadel. We could also make a small one there. We could make something over here. There's so many good spots here, but this is a great tile. That's 1 south, 1 west. Aha! There it is. just about to start searching another tile, and we got water in the ground, so let's get into the capital immediately and tend to that. Right, so first off it would be inactives and some hammers to get it started, but we don't even need to start it. We'll do it eventually. Close that, please. We will grab some water collectors and get them going right away first. That's kind of the most important thing at this point, because our people are having troubles for lack of water. There we go. Well, this should solve their problems pretty quickly. Go. Lots of space to put these in without overlapping things, so that's good. We can always shuffle them around later when we need to. This gives us a long-term water supply, and having already unlocked the water in the ground tech, we'll actually be able to do it whenever we need it for other tiles. So if we go somewhere that doesn't have water, surface water, then we'll be fine. Alright, how are we doing on other stuff? That should address the vital needs once those start coming in, because their problem was water. 70% provided food, but 46% provided on the water really kills them off. So it looks like part of the problem is we solved our water, but we sent our 6 dudes to work. Our 6 farmers, the only food source we have right now. Well, the only part of 3 of the, we got fish, we got meat, but not a lot of it. They're all working on this research. Oops. Got a minute and 50 until they finish that. Once they finish that, then we'll start getting potatoes and apples again. And hopefully people won't starve. Okay, so it looks like vital needs are at 72% met once we get we got the water updated. And food's at 72, so apparently that's how it works. As long as we have water access, our food access counts as our total. We have the little bit of fish, 0.6, they need 4. So they're not getting a lot, 16%, but then we have 100% of our meat being supplied, which is mostly from the hunters, and we should get the apple online momentarily. Knowledge done yet? Almost. 10 seconds. Okay, so that is great. Alright, this is mine. It is also finished, and we also have food. So we're getting 0.7 of the needed 10 potatoes. That's awkward. 0.7 of the needed 6 for apples. We still have food rationing on, right? Yes, we do. Apparently, we really, really like our food in this place. Oh, look, it fixed itself. 19% potatoes, 12% apples. Not a lot. We gotta wait for agriculture to sort itself out before we're good to go there. But we are not starving our people. And hopefully this will update shortly and we'll get ourselves back up to a reasonable growth rate. And yeah, we can continue some exploration and see what we can find around us. We already have copper, which is great. We have fuel source with our peat. We got a possible second spot if we want down here to be our first expansion for the copper. And then if we need a bigger food producing place, we could go here so far. So let's check out to the west in the mountains. Alright, let's see what this tile 1 west of us has. Oh, that's interesting. Volcanic ash. It's clearly a former volcano. Not particularly valuable though. We got some sheep there and there, so which means one of these has got to be an actual sheep tile, I imagine. Yep, there it is. If it'll stay, there we go. That's the actual sheep tile. We finished up stacking stones, which means we can now go ahead and get some stone production coming into the city. That'll be very good. What else? Not much else of use in this tile, so it's pretty much a dud. There's nothing that I would settle out here for. But ash is there if we need it later on for something strange. Alright, so a couple new technologies. We got stone camp, so we can actually start mining up a good chunk of stone here. We can put you right there. That'd be lovely. He's on the outside of the fortress, but he will produce a decent supply for us. Population-wise, we have 8 inactives. So that's alright. Our growth has gone up to 3.1. Still low on the food supply, which is rather unfortunate. We can now build our forum, though. Once we have 30 stone, we can do that. I think we'll go ahead and add another stone quarry in right away. And that'll get our guys working pretty aggressively and collecting. So, you know what? A third. A third one, why not? 3.6 when they're fully functional will be nice. Javelins, we should have some now. We have 7, so let's go ahead and upgrade this battalion here to the full 15, and we can disband that one, collecting 10 of our rocks back, which is nice. We're stockpiling a little flint. We're also making 2 hammers, so those are decently balanced. 1.4 wood. I like this ratios right now. 1.42 and 0.8. We can gather more leather from the field when we go and get more meat. Wood rather 1.4 is okay. We don't use it for a lot of stuff at this point, but we are going to use it for the new housing. So we have large houses we can make, and I think we'll probably start just making them from here on out. See, our population needs 50 sows and 51 porcos. You know what? We'll go ahead with one more. What's going on there? That's a slum in the way. All right. Do this. You can shuffle out of the way, please, sir. We'll do a house 1 there, and then from there on, I think we'll probably put in 50 and 51. We should be able to put in a new location, new housing location. Should we put in some lowland housing here? What is this? This is just gravel. We could actually do that. We could go like this, put in a couple stairwells, and then put a housing complex down here. That'd be cool. I like it. Let's do that, and then we'll fill up like a whole bunch of housing in here. That'd be really cool. Haven't done like a specifically low-level weird spot like that before, so we'll see what that looks like. I think right now we should probably see how much more we could get out of this. See, we could get a whole chunk more potatoes over here if we did something like that. Can't place a camp there, really? No, it doesn't count. There? Oh, excellent. Okay, that's good. And you're almost getting everything. Like, I mean, that's, you could move. You could put one here. Oh, we need the hammer for it. We could put one more and squeeze some more space in there. Basically, I want to just get as much as we can. Harvest absolute maximum that we can until we get the actual tech for agriculture. So we'll let a few more hammers stockpile, and then we'll up things there. Right, so I'm going to add one more unit to our defenders. It'll be javelins, just 4 of them, and then we're going to remove these 10 rock throwers, so nothing happens to that precious, precious rock. We have 24, making 3.6, so in about 2-3 minutes or so, we should have all the stone we need to make our first forum. And then we can, I actually went and put one of these guys to sleep here. We need some more hammers, and then we can shut down, as soon as we get that forum in, we'll shut down 2 of these rock collectors, stone collectors, or whatever they are. That'll free up probably 3 to 6 workers, somewhere in there. And then we can, do we have enough? Are you guys all working? You are, okay. Then we can probably put in another tool maker right away. Once we have him upgraded, or him activated, we can, we'll be able to make 3, and we'll use up some of our flint. It'll go from plus 0.8 to, I think, minus 1.2 in the flint department, which is fine, but we'll upgrade our hammer production to 3. Right, shuffling the 2 farms on the apples around to hopefully get a bigger percentage of them covered. And let's see what we're doing here. He's already there. And we could put one here. And then move this guy over here. And bring you back from the sleeps. And we have 3.6 stone. We'll let that finish up, and that'll give us what we need. Yeah, that'll give us what we need there. Once they're finished building here, that'll be good. Then those workers, we can get the workers in here for the apples from... We'll actually let you stay sleeping for a moment. You're active. And you can go to sleep. Okay. Got enough workers to finish up. Good. Let's finish that stone collection, get that farm built, and then we can shuffle the work over to producing food. Okay, another of the Asylum Seeker events. I'm going to postpone it just a moment while I... Oh, we need 10 hammers to do that, huh? Okay, well, we won't postpone it then. We're going to build 2 more flint gatherers. Where do we have our flint? Places, right up there and over here. Okay, where else can I put some flint gatherers? You can go there, and that's fine. You can probably come down right here. Good. Maybe 2.4. Another one over here. Then we'll put in another tool maker. And that'll bring us to 4. And I'm going to shut these guys down. Excellent. Asylum Seekers event momentarily. Got 3 on there and 2 on here. Do we make those critical activate them? Yeah, I suppose so. Now we're making 3 hammers right now. I think we'll leave them momentarily. 1.8 in the flint. Yeah, we're gonna leave it. Gonna leave it as is. Let them finish up. Grab this guy. Reinforce him to 5. Make sure they're all in the proper strategic positions and allow the Asylum Seekers to join us. They're good and good. Excellent. Done, and in you go. This is something that's probably going to change, so always plan your defenses early and make sure they're always up and running, because before too long a patch is going to come in that's going to change the ability to pause that event and choose when it happens. Alright, so I think we scouted this one in the last episode. This is a 1 north, 1 west. There was a deer batch on here. I didn't notice this one at the first look. I looked at the lake and thought, there's no fish there. There's one up here I saw, and I'm like, he's probably too deep. But this guy, he just appeared out of nowhere. So the glare might have been covering him before, but if you can see him in there, there he is. Look at them fishes. They're in there somewhere. Fish tile, fish tile, fish tile. He might be deep. I don't know. May not be. I don't seem to find him here. Disappointing. I mean, it's hard to do when you're quick scanning around. But anyways, he's probably accessible. He's probably not. That's what I'm getting at. Also down to the southwest here, there's a very rocky terrain here. Some good fertility, though, in the places that aren't rocky. We do have... Where was it? There they are. Some rabbits down this way. So this is 1 north, 1 west. Let me make my notes here. 1 of 2 fish are available, as well as rabbits. Right. What else can we find? I mean, there's... it's not fish. There's a good clay, decent clay up here. It's not great. Definitely plenty of rocks, plenty of forest. Not seeing any. There's the asylum, end of the asylum fight. Another easy kill. Yeah, I don't see anything else in here that's of much interest. So really, it's just food, which makes it not particularly valuable. It doesn't even have natural food sources. It would need exclusively agriculture. So yeah, kind of bland spot. Oh well, we'll check another one. Okay, so we've got 4 inactives in the capital, so I decided to come back in here and address that. Basically, open up our farm production. Make all of the food critical. Try to see if we can't spawn agriculture. The other guy's up here somewhere. Where is he? He's on regular. Gonna make him critical. There are 3 down in this potato field. So we won't have to build farmers once we get, once we actually get, build farms rather, once we get agriculture. We've got plenty of them here. You are active and regular, switch to critical, you switch to critical, and wake you up. Okay, so we just sent 9 people into critical, to switch them up to critical levels, so that's good. You guys have enough to give me some more houses. There you go. The new housing is going to be the better stuff. Basically how that works is we'll look at the difference in these two. This provides a family unit, just like the other one does. So 1 sow, 1 associate. Oh, 10 barbarians raiding. That's not even right next door, so that's instantaneous. Okay, so they provide, basically these ones provide better housing. That's what I'm getting at. Increased life quality, increased health. We'll see the details later, but where they should be coming up from the northeast. Right, there they come. The raiders, there's 10 of them. There's not 10 of them. Is that 9? Oh no, it's 10 of them. 2, 4, no, that's only 9 of them. Alright, get to your running. Quit hauling your horns at us. There you go. There's 9 of them. They're going to run in there and try to raid stuff. But since we have everything, and I do mean everything, stored in behind walls, they're going to have to run around and either climb up something or walk and bash through our gates. And that's going to get them killed. Looks like we have had some of the citizens rise up and stand with our armies behind the gates, so no chance of the enemy getting through here. We'll scout the tile to the north of us. That'll give us a full look at everything around us, except for haven't looked at their city this episode since I've been making notes. So we'll look at those 2, and then I think after that we will probably call it a day. Give us a few more minutes here, a little more content. I'm trying to do these anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour of recording time, to whittle that down to whatever that is, somewhere 20 to 30 minutes. It might be longer if it's a really active session. It might be a little shorter if there's a lot of load screens, but that's what I'm trying to give you guys. Let me know if that's worth it for you, or if or if you like watching load screens. Nobody likes that, Drake. Nobody does. Okay, another successful defense of the city. No losses. That's awesome. So this tile is 1 north of us. It's pretty lacking in space to grow things, which would be essential because it actually has a really good deposit on it. It has what I would call probably a large deposit of iron here. Probably fit 4 mines in there. So large iron deposit, very rocky, pretty much nothing else to it. I don't think there's even any animals. Like not even like a rabbit spot or something hanging out in the bushes. That's very unfortunate. So this is basically a mine for the early Iron Age. We could set up a mining camp here that would be fed essentially straight from the other location, and either just mine the ore and send it off, or mine the ore and smelt it and then send it off. But not much else going to be produced here. Basically nothing, actually. Well, that's fine. It's a great iron deposit. So we have a, let's see, large iron deposit, And that's about it. Lots of rocks and nothing. So that's it for that tile. Let's look at the one north, one east at the barbarian camp. Okay, so remembering from last episode, we did have decent fish here. 3 of them, I think, but they are all deep water. So I would say this one is 0 of 3 fish, which is, pretty crappy. But if you're going Bronze Age, it's not bad. And that's really what this tile is about. It's got a large, I'd call that large tin deposit, for sure. Which is kind of important. That's going to be vital when we get into the Bronze Age. Vorforgus. That's what we'll call it, Vorforgus. Not a lot else. Let's see if there's any other. Maybe there's another. Nope, not another fish tile. There's some clay. There's some limestone. It's alright, though. Having limestone on a spot that's going to be a Bronze Age city isn't that bad, actually. There is potatoes. Limestone. Let's make that note. What else? Did I see animals run? Nope, I saw a bird again. Really wish the birds weren't there. Another potatoes. That's alright. There should be a hunting spot here. More limestone. That's good. Where's their hunting spot? I mean, they have to have one, right? If they're a starter location. Where are you, hunters? There's clay there, that's helpful. Not vital, though. I don't see their hunter. Did I miss it? Oh yeah, he's right there. I thought that was a third farming spot, but that's rabbits. Is that rabbits? Yeah, that's rabbits. Okay, so it's not a terrible tile. It's got potatoes, rabbits, tin. Yeah, it's not great. It's got a couple good clay spots to it, I think, or a good clay spot to it. And it's got that giant tin deposit, so that'll be helpful. Yeah. So it's a decent tile, but it'll be a while, and it would require us to actually capture the tile and facilitate or incorporate the culture of these barbarians in. So no moving around this episode, just building up the city. We got a few new technologies. We got better housing coming in. We could go ahead and get these guys working, except we don't have any inactives now in the capital. It's not vital. Water in the ground, we don't need to get the tech right away, but it allowed us to stock it for later. We'll come back to that idea. We got javelins, wheels, spearfishing, property, and stone building. Still working with not that one. Still working with food rationing and no other policies. Working up some supplies of hammers. We got our stone built. We could actually go in and build that forum. That would be a good way to go out for today. The forum basically provides us with our first of our secondary needs. Vital needs is food and water. Secondary need would be clothing, furnishings, and social. And the forum provides social. Basically, I think it's 150 to 200 population can be provided by one forum early on. So let's go ahead and build that forum somewhere. Let's put a forum over by the people. Should we? Or should we build it near the center? Let's just leave the housing out there. Let's build the forum up here near the city center. Maybe. Yeah, I like this idea. Let's build it. Maybe I don't like this idea. Maybe we'll build it over by the housing. Let's do that. Make up your mind, Drake. We'll stick it over here by this housing zone. One tile off. Give them a nice little space for a road. Right there. Lovely. Okay, so that will provide us with the community. Once it comes in there, we can actually look here. It'll provide them with this social need. There it is right now. It's currently 0%. It'll increase as it builds, as it finishes building. Then it will provide that. Hopefully we can get clothing and furnishings in the next few episodes. Get them provided with at least a little bit of that, and the happier, richer, or more whatever, affluent or faster to get to it type of people can get themselves some more resources. But that's going to be good place to put in a cut today. We got a lot done today. Truffleton is growing. The immediate facilities around us, or vicinity around us, have been explored. We have a large iron deposit up here, and everything else is pretty barren. This is going to be our source for our tin during the Bronze Age. We have a large copper south and west of us. That's this one. And then we have a tile here that is very rich in food, so like 3 to 4 fish spots, a sheep, and lots of space to grow. It's going to be good. We got pretty much everything we need, so we'll see you next episode as we continue this on. Thank you so much for joining me. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button if you're enjoying things, if you made it this far, obviously you're enjoying something, so thank you so much. In the comments below, let me know what you think, and hit the subscribe button if you are indeed new to the clan. Thank you so much, and as always, I'll see you in game.